Hello and welcome back to iSchoolPrep. So today we have an interesting topic to talk about. That's what we are going to talk about talking, which is IELTS speaking. So many people think that IELTS speaking is a very simple thing. You go in, the examiner asks you questions and you answer those questions. Well, yes, of course, that's how it works, but not exactly. You need to know where to stop. You need to know how much to give them. When I say them, I mean examiners. Speaking test comprises three parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, of course. And the speaking test does not last for more than 11 to 14 minutes. I'm talking about your talking bit with the examiner, and then 1 or 2 minutes that you come in and you get introduced to the examiner and stuff. So what does Part 1 have? Part 1 is a conversation between you and the examiner, and they will ask you questions about three topics, three general topics. But whatever the topics are, these will be about you. So how do you spend your weekends? So they will talk about weekends, but in relation to what you do at weekends. So tell me if you like flowers, or tell me if you like colors. It may or may not be as simple as colors, but it could be. Okay, so 3 or 4 questions on those. And tell me something about your house, or tell me something about your family. Now, you can even make things up if you don't have an answer to that in your real life. Why? Because this is not a test of your knowledge, or they are not looking for correctness of information. What they are looking for is the way you deliver your answers. So if you ask me, where am I from? If I say I'm from Mumbai, I'll say I'm from Delhi, I'll say I'm from the US. It doesn't really matter. You think the examiner is going to send someone to do a background check on me or you? Of course not. So they just want to know how you answer the questions, how you put the ideas in your mind, the ideas that you get after listening to the question from them. How do you put them into sentences, and how do you deliver it, and whether you are fluent in delivering those, and whether you are not making too many mistakes or not making any mistakes at all. So that's what it is. Part 1, questions and answers, and about 2 or 3 topics, a few questions on each topic. Part 2 is a little different. Part 2 would be your individual long turn, or many people call it a cue card round as well. So what happens in Part 2 is you will be given a general topic written on a piece of paper or a cue card, and they will ask you to elaborate on that topic, and there'll be a couple of pointers given to just tell you that these are the things that you need to include when you are giving your answer. Now, many people have different theories about it. What I say is, you need to speak for a minimum of 2 minutes, but don't take that headache of keeping track of time, because you will not be able to keep track of time. You're not allowed a watch inside the examination room for the speaking test. So what you do is plan it in such a way that you have enough to talk about it, and when you talk, keep talking till the examiner stops you. At the end of 2 minutes, the examiner will stop you automatically. So let them have that headache of stopping you rather than you thinking about the time. You think about the answer. Let them think about the time. You do what you are asked to do. Let them do their job. That's how it will be better. And Part 3 is again a question and answer round, with the only difference that you need to be a bit more elaborative in giving your answers in Part 3. So these questions are again general questions, but they are not about you specifically, you personally. They will be about something in relation to the topic in Part 2. So I'll give you an example. In Part 2, they might ask you, tell me about a restaurant, your favorite restaurant, or tell me a restaurant that you love the most. And they will say why you love the most, what kind of food you love there, and why do you like going there. Give reasons. So restaurant was the common topic. Now you gave your answer and you've spoken for 2 minutes. In part 3, it will be questions that you will face in relation to restaurants in general. So not about restaurants specifically, but it could be in relation to that particular topic. So do you think there are good restaurants in your country? Do you think there are good restaurants in your city? Why not? Do you think fast food restaurants are better than the classic restaurants? Something on those lines. So it is about restaurants. Again, it's general, not something that you would not know anything on, but something that you will have to talk about. Now here, about 3 to 4 sentences would be good as answers, and I would also say if you can add an example, go ahead and do that. So these are the 3 parts. Now if you liked this video, I would like it if you hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon for notifications, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions if you have any by posting them in the comment section, and I'll be answering those. Thank you.